Assalamu alaikum dear students, welcome back to Dr. Zahir Math channel. Today we are going to explore exercise 8.6 in module 5, the trigonometric form of complex numbers. Trigonometric form of complex numbers, right? We will go through worked out examples, multiplication, division and de Moivre's theorem. Everything you need to master this topic for your exams. Stay with me till the end. Let's start exercise 8.6, okay? So the first one is what is meant by trigonometric form of complex numbers. Let me give you the rules first. Rules in the sense formulas, okay. So we are going to say something like trigonometric form and we are going to say something like standard form. Okay, what do you mean by standard form and what do you mean by trigonometric form? So let me start first the word standard form. Standard form you already studied in the last exercise. Any number which is of the model 2 plus 5i. This is called standard form, which is a plus bi is called standard form. Okay, right. You know what is a, what is b. A is nothing but what? R cosine theta, and b is nothing but what? R sine theta. And what is r? Square root of a square plus b square, right? And what is theta? Theta is nothing but what? Tan inverse of b by a, right? This is standard form, okay, right. Now let's go to trigonometric form, okay. The next we are going for what? Trigonometric form, yes. So the trigonometric form is given by, right, trigonometric form is given by z is equal to, right, this is also z is equal to, keep in your mind, z is equal to, the trigonometric form is r bracket cosine theta plus I sine theta, okay, right. What is r? Just now we use the formula square root of a square plus b square. And what is theta? Which is tan inverse b by a, right? Yes. Another word for standard form, they call it as Cartesian form. They call it as, another word is what? Cartesian form also they will use. Z is equal to a plus I bi, and z is equal to r cosine theta plus I sine theta. So this is called trigonometric form. So now two type of questions are here. What are they? Number one, they will give you standard form. They'll ask you to write trigonometric form. They will give you trigonometric form and they will ask you to write standard form. So these questions are very, very important questions you need to study. So theta, sometimes they call it as argument also, you know very well. So before going to this, we need to learn something in the calculator. What is that? So I'm going to teach you something in the calculator. Listen carefully. I already told you, if you want to use complex numbers, first you should have a mode what? Complex. So mode, press 2. That is very, very important. Okay. So you're going to press mode and then press number 2. If you press number 2, the screen of the calculator, first it will come as complex. First it will come. So first step, this is the one you have to make it ready. Then the second step is, very carefully I'm telling you, listen clearly. Shift mode, okay. Press shift mode, right? And then down arrow you have to press. What do you mean by down arrow? I'll tell you. In the calculator, in the middle of your calculator, you have 4 arrows, right? So one is like this, and another one is like this, okay, right, and another one like this, okay, and another one like this, right. So 4 arrow marks are there. This one I'm calling as down arrow. This one I'm calling as what? Down arrow. So what you need to do, you press the down arrow, shift mode, and then press this down arrow. When you press this down arrow, you will get the screen 1, 2, 3, 4 and then 5, 6. You will get all these things, which is a, b by c and d by c. Then you will get complex, then you will get stat, then you will get disp, and then you will get continue, right? So you'll get this one. So what you need to do, you need to press 3. What you need to do, you need to press 3, okay. So please press 3. When you press 3, then the screen will show you 1 a plus bi and number 2, okay, number 2 r and then angle theta. It will show like this. So once again I'll repeat. First thing is in the calculator, first one is step 1 is mode and then 2. First bring it to complex. Then after that you just go shift mode. What you should do? Shift mode. Then this down arrow you are going to press. When you press down arrow you will get 1, 2, 3, 4. Press number 3. Okay. After press number 3 you will have two options will come, 1 and 2. What is this option? I'll tell you. This is called standard form. This is called what? Standard form. This is called standard form. Okay. This is called standard form and this is called polar form or trigonometric form. You can say trigonometric form or polar form. So this is called trigonometric form. So two things you need to remember. Okay. Right. So keep in your mind, we are ready for that. When I go to the question, you should remember all these things. Okay. Once again, I'll repeat. Mode 2, complex, shift mode, down arrow, number 3. After pressing number 3, if the question is standard form, use this one. If the question is trigonometric form, use this one. Okay. Right. So let's go to the question. The first question, write z is equal to minus 2 root 3I in trigonometric form. So you are going to write trigonometric form. So z is equal to minus 2 root 3I. This is called what? This is called standard form. This is called what? Standard form. So now what is the question? The question is you need to find trigonometric form. Okay. You need to find what? Trigonometric form. So what is trigonometric form? Trigonometric form is z is equal to r cosine theta plus I sin theta is the formula. This is the rule. So what are the things I need to find here? I need to find r and I need to find theta. Okay, right. I need to find r, I need to find theta. Okay, keep in your mind. So now we are going to the calculator, right? What is step number 1? Let me do step number 1. Step number 1 is mode and then press complex. This is step number 1. Mode and then press complex. Once you press this complex, the screen will come here as complex. Keep in your mind, the screen will come as what? Complex. The screen will come as a complex. So make it ready. Now we are able to use complex mode, right? Now step number 2. Step number 2 is what? You are going to type this number. Okay. So type minus 2 root 3I. So I'm going to type it minus 2 square root of 3 and then make a small space here. Okay. So just move the arrow mark and then put I. Where is your I? I is in the mode ENG. I is in the mode what? ENG. The button ENG, I will come. Okay. So once you press this, then you go shift mode. Then you go shift mode. It is very easy. In the beginning, it's difficult. Shift mode and then go down arrow. Press this down arrow and then press this down arrow. When you press now down arrow, after that, you will get 1, 2, 3, 4. You press number 3. Okay, right. When you press number 3, you will get two options, A plus BI and R theta. Now what we want? This is a standard form. So we are going from number 1 to number 2. Okay. So we want number 2. So please press number 2. Okay. So press number 2 and then press equal. So if you press equal, you will get the answer 4 angle negative 120. Keep in your mind all the questions. If the question they are asking standard form to trigonometric form, your calculator must be in radian mode. Keep in your mind, calculator must be what? Radian mode. So that means the step number 3 you are using shift mode and then use radian. You can bring this step 2 also, no problem. Here also no problem. So shift mode, okay. Press number 4. If you press number 4, it will convert into radian. Okay. So press number 4 and then press equal, or without equal it will come. So now it is 4 and this is negative 2 pi over 3. Actually it is negative 2 by 3 pi. Both are same, no problem. Let me write clearly negative. So this is your R and this is your theta. Keep in your mind, theta should not be negative. So when the calculator gives negative angle, when when the calculator gives negative angle, minus angle, okay, when the calculator gives minus angle, keep in your mind, you add 2 pi, add 2 pi to get positive angle, okay. If theta comes in negative, add 2 pi. So when you should use this one, if the calculator gives negative angle, add 2 pi. If the calculator gives positive angle, it means the answer what it is giving is correct. Okay, right. So my answer is what? Just now I got it, minus 2 by 3 pi. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to add 2 pi with this. Okay. So when I add 2 pi this one in the calculator, you can put it, which is equal to 4 pi by 3. Okay. So this is my theta and this is my r. So final answer is z is equal to r cosine theta plus I sin theta. So this equals r is 4 and the cosine 4 pi by 3 plus I sin 4 pi by 3. Teacher, can I give the answer in degree? No, you should give the answer only in radian. This is a standard procedure. So when the theta comes negative in the calculator, please add 2 pi. Please add 2 pi. Keep in your mind. Okay, right. The procedures are very easy if you practice. Right. Now the next is write the solution 5 minus 5i in trigonometric form. So 5 minus 5i z is equal to, this is called what? Standard form. This is called what? Standard form. Now we are going to convert into what? Trigonometric form. So z is equal to r bracket cosine theta plus I sin theta. So what we need to find r and we need to find theta. Okay. Already your calculator in the same mode. So okay. If you want, once again I'll repeat, no problem. So first you need to type this one. Okay. Right. What is that? 5 minus 5i. So please type 5 minus 5i. So once you type 5 minus 5i, then use shift mode. Please use shift mode, then down arrow, shift mode and down arrow. Okay, shift mode, right? And then down arrow, use it, and then press number 3. So press number 3, then press number 2, because number 2 is what? R and theta. And then press equal sign. After pressing number 2, press equal sign. If you press equal sign, you will get the answer 5 and then square root of 2. Then there is an angle coming negative pi over 4. So which is 1 by 4 pi, right? Yes. What is its angle? Angle is in negative. So if the angle comes negative, keep in your mind, you have to add 2 pi to make it positive, right? Must. It is must. Calculator always sometimes gives negative value because it will take the principal arguments. Those things you forget it. Just when you get negative in the calculator, plus add 2 pi. So what happens now? When I add 2 pi with this, minus pi by 4 plus 2 pi. If you add in the calculator, you can add, no problem. It is 7 pi by 4. So this is my r and this is my theta. So what happened to the formula? In this formula, we are going to substitute. So z is equal to r bracket cosine theta plus I sin theta. So this equals, what is my r? My r is 5 root 2. And what is my theta? 7 pi by 4. So which is cosine 7 pi by 4 plus I sin 7 pi by 4. Very easy. No need to remember any formulas. Just remember what to do in the calculator. Clear everybody? Right. Now let's go to the next question, which is z is equal to 1 plus I in trigonometric form. Okay. Z is equal to 1 plus I. So let me go to the solution, right? Yes. So z is equal to what? 1 plus I. This is called what? Standard form. This is called what? Standard form. Now we want to find trigonometric form, right? So what is trigonometric form? Which is z is equal to r bracket cosine theta plus I sin theta. It means I need to find r, I need to find theta. Already in the calculator, we are in the same screen. So take your calculator, everybody, right? And then type z is equal to, not z, okay? 1 plus I, you type it, okay? 1 plus I, you type it. And then you go with shift mode, okay? Go with shift mode, and then down arrow. This arrow is called down arrow. Out of 4 arrows, this is called down arrow. Press this one, okay, right. So press the down arrow and then press number 3. So number 3, and then we want trigonometric form, so press number 2. So press number 2 and then press equal. If you press equal, you will get square root of 2 and it is 1 by 4 pi. Is this the angle negative? No, negative. So this is positive angle. Whereas the previous question, this is negative angle, we added 2 pi. And this is a negative angle, we added 2 pi. This is a negative angle, we added 2 pi. Keep in your mind. So this is positive, so nothing to do. If the calculator gives positive angle, it means it is correct. Keep in your mind. So this is your r and this is your theta. Okay, right. So now z is equal to what? R bracket cosine theta plus I sine theta, right? Cosine theta plus I sine theta. Okay, this is equal to r is square root of 2 and cosine pi by 4. Actually it's pi by 4, but you can write 1 by 4 pi also, both are same, plus I sine, okay, 1 by 4 pi. Keep in your mind, 1 by 4 pi is same as what? Pi by 4, right? So this is going to become your trigonometric form of complex number. Clear, everybody? Right. So let me use this I in a good way, right? I sine 1 by 4 pi. Okay, right. So in this way, we just completed, I think one more question is there. No, it is trigonometric form to standard form. So we have done the questions related to what? Standard form to trigonometric form. So we got it what? Standard form to what? Trigonometric form. Again I'm repeating, standard form to trigonometric form. So standard form we did it, okay, right. So now we are going for what? Trigonometric form to standard form. It is very easy. The calculator will give directly your answer, nothing to worry. Okay, so let's go for the solution, right? So what is the question? Write this one in the standard form. So it means what? They have already given trigonometric form. So this is your trigonometric form. Okay, right. So this trigonometric form we are going to convert into what? Standard form. So how we are going to convert into standard form? So just take your calculator, type this equation, square root of 8 cos minus pi by 3 plus I sine minus pi by 3. Okay, plus I sine minus pi by 3. So exactly you type all these things together in the calculator and you will get the answer, square root of 2 minus square root of 6i. This is nothing but what? Your standard form. Clear, everybody? Right? So directly you can put all these things, just for kullu type it. When you are putting pi, make sure your calculator should be what? In radian mode. Okay, right. So let me go to the next question. The next question also they are going to write in what? Standard form, right? So standard form what? Which is given as what? Z is equal to twice times cos 60 plus I sin 60. Now keep in your mind, this is what? Degree. Okay. So in the calculator, please change your mode to degree mode, because right now we are working with what? Right now we are working with what? A radian mode. So please change it to degree mode. How to change? So first of all, just clear the mode, shift 9 3 equal, then mode, you press number 2 complex, get it ready. Now you need to go shift mode and then you're going to press 3. If you press 3, you'll get degree. So let me go to the solution, right? So please type in the calculator 2 bracket cosine 60 degree, right? And then close the bracket and then plus I sine. We know I, right? I is where? In the button ENG, right? I sine, right? Bracket open 60 degree, close it, again close it with one bracket, because this angle is for automatically coming. So this one I started before itself. You can see 2 bracket commonly I made it. So when you press equal, automatically the answer will come 2 bracket cosine 60 and then plus I sine 60 and then plus I sine 60. Sorry, I touched something. So plus I sine 60 plus I sine 60, right? So this is equal to, right? What answer you got? The answer you got in the calculator is 1 plus root 3 I. Clear all of you? Right. Let us go to the next question. Z is equal to cos 135 plus sin 135 degree, right? It is again, I'm telling, it is 135 degree. Keep in your mind, this is 135, which is a degree. Keep in your mind, degree mode, you should make it. So let me go to the solution, right? Same manner, take your calculator. You just type it, 5 times cosine 135 plus I sine 135, which is equal to, Z is equal to, right? So let me type here 5 bracket, which is cosine, okay, 135, close the bracket, plus I sine, okay, and 135, close the bracket, again close the bracket. So this is equal to, the answer is, which is 5 times square root of 2 divided by 2, and then plus 5 times root 2 by 2i. So the way of writing like this is what called? This is standard form. This is what? Standard form. So this is called what? Trigonometric form. Okay. This is trigonometric form. So this is trigonometric form. Okay. Right. Trigonometric form. Right. So the previous question also, this is called what? Standard form. Right. And the given is what? This one. This is trigonometric form. Okay. Right. So let me go to the next question. The next question is multiplication of two complex number. So we are going to multiply two complex number. What you need to do, I'll tell you simple. Let this one always they will give you in radian mode or degree mode, but radian mode or degree mode you should be very careful. Okay, right. So if the question is in degree mode, you should use, if the question is in degree, use degree mode. Anything they can give. And if the question is in radian, so use radian mode. Okay, use what? Radian mode. Yes. So now we are going to study multiplication of two complex number. Okay, suppose you have a complex number Z is equal to R times cosine theta plus I sine theta. In general, this is the trigonometric form. Suppose you have complex number 1, complex number, this will become 1, this will become 1, this will become 1. And suppose you have another complex number, it will become what? R2 cosine theta 1 plus sine theta 2. So if you want to multiply two complex number, Z1 multiply by Z2, what is the idea? This R1, R2, it will multiply. Okay, right. But theta, it gets added. Sorry, this is 2. Theta gets added. Theta 1 plus theta 2 plus I sine theta 1 plus theta 2. So this will multiply and this will add. Okay, this also will add. Keep in your mind. So this is multiply and this is adding. Okay, right. So this rule you have to memorize, but actually no need to memorize. Just keep in your mind. This R you should multiply. This theta 1, this theta 2 you need to add. Theta 1, theta 2 you need to add. That is, this is multiply. So simple rule for multiplication. Let us do one question. Okay, right. Z1 is given and Z2 is given. What we are going to do? We are going to multiply two complex number. What I said? You just multiply 3 into 2. So 3 multiply 2, bracket open. This angle should be what? Plus. So it will be cosine pi by 4 plus 3 pi by 4. Okay. Plus I sine, right? Pi by 4 plus 3 pi by 4. We are just adding. Okay, right. So what you need to do, Z1 multiply by Z2, directly you can put in the calculator 100% and you will get the answer 6. Okay, right. Let's go to the next question. The next question is division of complex number. What is the rule? Suppose I take one complex number Z is equal to R1 cosine theta 1 plus I sine theta 1. I take another complex number Z2 equals R cosine theta 2 plus I sine theta 2. Suppose I have two complex number like this. Suppose I want to divide these two complex numbers. If I divide Z1 divided by Z2, what will happen? R1 divided by R2. But here there is a twist. What is the twist? The previous multiplication, theta becomes what? Plus. Can you see that? Theta becomes what? Plus. Now what happens? In the division, theta becomes negative. Okay, how? Cos, you take it as theta 1 minus theta 2 plus I sine, okay, theta 1 minus theta 2. So this is the rule for division of two complex numbers. Understand? So in the multiply of two complex number, what we did, we multiply R1 and R2. This R1 and R2 we multiplied, right? And theta 1, theta 2 we added. But in the division of complex numbers, we divide R1 and R2. But theta we subtracted. Keep in your mind, okay? Right. So let's go to the question. Find the quotient. Quotient means what? You are going to divide, okay? Right. So already it is given in the division model. So let's go to the solution, right? So what it is given, you just type all together in the calculator. No, you need to write some steps, then only you can go to the calculator. 24 by 8 you can write it. Afterwards you need to write cos 300 minus 75, because I told you this is theta 1, this is theta 2, and this is theta 1 and this is theta 2. So theta 1 minus theta 2 is the rule, right? Yes. 300 degree minus 75 degree plus I sine 300 degree minus 75 degree. Okay. Now you are going to put all these things in the calculator, right? Keep in your mind the calculator should be degree mode. Why? Because it is in degree. It is not in radian. So if it is in degree, use it. If it is radian, use it. So make sure every time it's degree or radian. So use degree mode. Finally, you will get the answer, right? 24 divided by 8 is how much? 3. Then I'm going to put this one in the calculator. I get minus root 2 divided by 2 minus root 2 divided by 2i. So I just multiply this one with the 3, or without 3, no problem. So let me multiply better. Minus 3 root 2 divided by 2, I just multiplied, right? And then again I multiply this one, which is minus 3 root 2 divided by 2i. So this is going to become your final answer. Very, very simple. Directly you can do it. Okay. So product of two complex number we studied, and division of two complex number we studied. Next we go for the next one. Theorem is there. The theorem is De Moivre theorem. What is that? De Moivre theorem. What is the theorem name called? De Moivre theorem. What is the theorem name called? De Moivre. Okay, so De Moivre, you can say like that. It's a French word. De Moivre theorem is a French word. What is that theorem? So suppose you have a complex number z is equal to r cosine theta plus I sine theta. I want to take power. So far you studied multiply, you studied divide. Now I'm going to take power. Okay. If I take the power, what the rule says? Suppose I take the power of this one, z power n, which is equal to, this will be r bracket cosine theta plus I sine theta to the power of n, right? So this n, normally what it happens, it comes here and it comes down here and it comes down here. So what is the meaning of that? Z power n, which is r power n cosine n theta plus I sine n theta. For the power, it comes like this. Okay, so this formula, whether you have to remember or without remembering also, we can do the questions directly. What you need to remember? If there is a power, bring it here and bring it here and bring it here. That's it. Okay, so automatically you will get the answer by the calculator. Let's go for this one. Use De Moivre's theorem, right, to find this one. 3 cosine 60 degree and then plus I sine 60 degree to the power of 4. And write the result in standard form. Of course, the calculator gives always the standard form result only, right? So the question is 3 cosine 60 degree plus I sine 60 degree, right? So all together the power is what? 4. So is the question is in degree mode or radian mode? So please make your calculator degree mode. Okay, right. So what did I say now? Power, how the power will come? This power will go here top and this power will go here and the power will go here. So finally you will get 3 power 4 bracket open cos 4 times multiply by 60 and then plus I sine 4 times multiply by 60. Clear everybody? Right. So if you put this in the calculator, you will get minus 81 divided by 2 minus 81 root 3 divided by 2 I in the calculator. Directly you can put calculator. Sometimes when you are putting in the calculator, keep in your mind, suppose all you put, you will get decimal values. All you will get what? Decimal values. Decimal values are not allowed. Decimal values is what? 0.5555 plus 2.555i, like this it will come. So it is not allowed. In this situation, what you need to do not take this number inside the calculator. First you put this in the calculator, okay, get the answer. Then you just find out as a separate. For example, 3 power 4 is what? 3 into 3 into 3 into 3. 3 3s are 9, 9 3s are 27, and 27 times is what? 81. After that you put this 81 by multiplying. Okay. So listen carefully. Sometimes when you use the calculator, you will get decimal answers. Decimal means points. So you will get point. So don't give the answers in point. At that time, do not take this number inside. Keep in your mind. Okay. Just do this part. Which part? This one you do it in the calculator. After that, you multiply by this number. So you will get what? The correct answer. Let's do one more question in this, right? Use De Moivre's theorem, right, to find the power of the complex number, right? So let's go to the solution. What is the question? 5 times cosine 20 degree plus I sine 20 degree, right? And the whole to the power of 3. What did I say? The power 3 comes here, 3 comes here, and 3 comes here, right? Yes, very simple. Right. So this is 5 power 3 bracket open cosine 3 times 20 and then plus I sine 3 times 20 close the bracket. Okay. Now if you put all together in the calculator, this part, it will give you, right, 1 by 2 plus root 3 by 2i. Again the calculator must be what? In degree mode. Keep in your mind. So this 5 power 3 will be outside. Okay. So 5 power 3 is nothing but what? 5 into 5 into 5, which is equal to what? 125. So this equals 125 bracket open 1 by 2 plus root 3 divided by 2i. So this equals, just multiply 125 divided by 2 and then again multiply this one. So it will give you what? 125 divided by 2 square root of 3i. Okay, right? Clear everybody? Right. It's very simple. But where we are using this De Moivre's theorem? When you want to find the powers. When you want to find the powers. Right. Next we are going for question number 47. This is the last question. Again use De Moivre's theorem. Right. You're going to use what? De Moivre's theorem. So let's go to the solution. Okay. Right. So it is 3 times cosine 15 degree plus I sine 15 degree, right? And you're going to take it as what? Power 4, right? So what did I say? Power 4. This 4 comes directly here, 4 comes directly here, and 4 comes directly here. So it will be 3 power 4 bracket open cosine 4 times 15 degree, right? And then plus I sine, right? 4 times 15 degree, right? So keep in your mind, this is completely degree. So you should keep in your calculator degree mode. Keep everybody make sure it is degree mode or radian mode. Okay, right. So this equals, don't take this number inside. Sometimes you may get this one. So this is 15 into 4 is 60. So I know cos 60 is 1 by 2. And this is sin 60, which is root 3 by 2i. So if you multiply this one 3 power 4, just now I calculated, which is 81. So 81 times 1 over 2, right, plus root 3 by 2 times I. So what happens now? 81, take it inside. 81 divided by 2, again take it inside. So you will get plus 81 root 3 divided by 2i. So this is going to become your final answer. And this is in the standard form. What is the standard form? A plus bi. Clear? Right. So I think this finishes your exercise. Which exercise? I forgot the number. The exercise number is what? 8.6. Yes. So this finishes your 8.6 exercise. Okay. Which is the last topic of module 5. But still we have some more topics are pending. Which is what? Parabola, ellipse is pending. Okay. Right. Anyway, Alhamdulillah, we have completed all the important problems from exercise 8.6. I hope this session has made the concepts very clear and simple for you, I hope. If you have any doubts or questions, feel free to drop them in the comment section, right? I'll be happy to help. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to Dr. Zahir Math channel and hit the bell icon for updates on new videos. Until next time, this is Dr. Zahir signing off. Keep practicing and stay confident in math, inshallah. Bye bye.